There needs to be some rules.
Okay, some structure in an unstructured life.
Wednesday, Sunday is my chocolate treat days.
What else have you put in place to give you that sense of grounding?
Breakfast.
I don't think you've invented that. I just want to clarify.
At my worst, I was on 4 bowls a day. The gig had gone well. Celebrate with some cereal. The gig had gone badly. Have some cereal.
Why don't we watch all 3 of the Lord of the Rings movies back to back? I got to the end of the first movie and I was like, get a better editor. I once had to go and see The Hobbit. I couldn't bear it. And I was like, I'm going to have to leave. So I had to invent an emergency. Hello and welcome to Spent, brought to you in association with Nationwide, a good way to bank. This is a brand new podcast where our guests show us the receipts. Literally, we're going to dig through things they've bought, the things they loved, the things they regret, and the purchases that made absolutely no sense at all. Think of money as the Kickstarter. It's like a spark for a hopefully funny, surprising, and who knows, maybe even moving conversation to reveal who we truly are. And today, I plan to move comedian and internet sensation who is known for his non-stop gag-filled storytelling, Mr. Jake Lambert. If there were a crowd, they would applause. It's just me. So let's fist bump?
Fist bump.
Yeah,
lovely.
Thanks, buddy.
A nice sound for the podcast there.
Yeah, exactly.
No fist bumps ever made a noise.
No, I assume that they'll add a kind of noise on.
Add that.
And if not, just clip that up and then nudge it back by about 15 seconds. Jake, it's lovely to have you here.
It's so nice to be here and to meet you. We've never met.
We've never met. And yet I know we're going to get on because if you're watching the video version of this, we're basically dressed identically.
We are the same person.
We're in the, I'm guessing approaching late 30s, wearing a white T-shirt with a shacket. Would you feel offended by the term shacket?
I would be, actually, yeah.
Okay, well, I apologise. I've said it now.
I think yours is jacket, mine is just jacket.
Yours is just jacket?
I think, yeah, because yours has got the button-up, what do you call this around it?
It's called a sleeve.
Sleeve, thank you.
We're learning. We're
learning together. Mine's the, what's that, what would you call that?
Elastic.
Yeah. I feel mine's more...
Have you ever worn clothes before? Because it does feel like these are terms you're...
Yeah.
This is the zip.
Just to learn this quite early on.
That's a zip,
We've got the zip. We've actually got the very similar located pockets with that zip. Sorry, yeah, I lost any ability to say any words then. But you knew what I meant.
Hey, I knew what you meant. It was fine. If you pointed it, I think I'll be able to identify it within reason. So you're a busy man. You're doing a tour, and that tour is going everywhere.
Yeah.
Tell me the most impressive location and then the least impressive location.
That's very good. Yeah, I'd say that the least impressive was just 2 weeks ago in Maidstone.
And why?
The venue, when I got there to do the sound check, I assumed the table at the back of the stage with a load of wires on it and the tin of paint would be removed by the time the show started.
Right.
They were not.
Okay.
And so the audience, because I was facing the other way and the tin of paint was behind me, it was a half an hour in. I remembered when I went to get a glass of water that I saw the tin of paint. The audience were all waiting for, what's the tin of paint mean? They thought that was going to become part of the show. And I went, by the way, that's nothing to do with me. They just haven't cleared the stage.
But that's what you would say if you were trying to, hold it back to the end.
To the end.
I wouldn't have believed you.
I think they're still waiting for something. They're still waiting for some reveal.
Yeah, there's some conspiracy. You're like Taylor Swift out there just dropping little Easter eggs.
That's my dream. Can I just say, having seen her do that on another podcast, we won't name, a rival podcast, if you will, the idea that she does
by the way, Kelsey's got nothing on this.
Oh, no.
I mean, Kelsey wishes he had this. Carry on.
I would love to know about his purchases.
Oh, I would as well.
If you have any dream guests, he's got to be top 10.
Kelsey's just invested heavily in Six Flags, the theme park in America. Yeah, so when that would fall under the most recent thing you bought for him. Yeah. just a theme
mine's
park.
going to be very disappointing.
Okay, well,
I went for Chesington.
Yeah, we'll see.
Wow. Yeah,
go on, you were saying you watched that and you saw Taylor Swift.
Of people going, he said this on this thing. I think it's going to mean this. I mean, that's my dream. That's my North Star.
You're basically like a human escape room at that point.
Yeah.
Which is a joy.
Dropping little breadcrumbs and then people have to pick up on the clues because I like doing that anyway. For presents I might have, or things I've planned for people. But if I'm doing that to the wider public and they're going, I think his next tour is going to include a tin of paint. Because on this episode,
he said this and that and that. Well, listen, if you want to drop something now,
I already have.
Oh my goodness,
are going to be going off.
I will be leafing back frame by frame through this to find out what it is. So Maidstone.
You've got Maidenhead and Maidstone combined.
My apologies.
You've created a place.
Maidenhead and Maidstone for conflating the two places.
Yeah, I have no problem with Maidenhead. Just want to go on record.
Good. All right.
I used to live very close to Maidenhead.
Okay. All right. You're protesting quite a lot about that.
Just want to go on record. But Maidstone.
Maidstone in Kent?
Yeah.
Okay, so not good. But where are you looking forward to going? Where is like the one where you're going to drop it into conversation and I'm going to go, my God, this guy's doing well?
I'm going to go with Reykjavik.
That's pretty exciting.
It's pretty good, isn't it? I've never been to Iceland. And it turns out they know who I am, I hope. Or they're just very polite and buy tickets to whatever's on because there's not much going on.
That's so exciting. And with the international dates, how confident are you that the people are going to understand English?
I will say, good point. In Germany, that was the one I was the most worried about. And they were the best audiences. Apart from, there was one joke that I would say this confidently, because I guess one joke by default has to be the best of the show anyway. One joke would always do, I'd say, as well as maybe even better than any other joke in the show, apart from in Germany. I did Hamburg, Munich, Berlin, and every single time I delivered the joke, they all just went, ugh. And then the following night I was in Amsterdam, and I told the people in Amsterdam what had happened in Germany, and that they hated the joke, and that everywhere else has loved it. But I do say at the start of the show, there will be something you don't understand. But it's fine. It's funny. Let's find out why it doesn't work and make it work.
Yeah.
However, in Germany, we couldn't get to the bottom of it.
So that's a mystery that's unsolved.
Yeah, they just hated it.
And the noise you made, it sounded, was it disgust? Was it?
Disgust, disappointment.
Yeah.
You led us down this path, and then there was like a joke at the end that usually the surprise is what gets people laughing.
Yeah, they didn't
or
like
a
that.
break of tension. Not both, because it was 3 times. Every time.
Yeah.
They like... It's like I'd really disappointed them.
Wow.
Yeah, they really hated it.
I'm fascinated by that.
Yeah. So
I don't think I'd be able to sleep at night.
I'm very relaxed about the whole thing.
I'd have to go and investigate. I'd want to know.
No, I'm just going to keep bringing it up on podcasts and hope that somebody lets me know if they were there. Hamburg, Munich, Berlin, let me know. But also, I'll be releasing it at some point, and I can't wait to see people respond to it, and I'll be able to spot the Germans.
Yes.
They'll be the ones that really hate that joke that comes in at about 32 minutes.
So let's talk about money.
Yes, please, because we're British and we love doing that.
Yeah, I mean, does it make you feel uncomfortable chatting all things financial?
Yeah, do you know, I have never known what my parents earn. And I cannot believe that some people do know that. I've never had a clue what they earn. They don't know what I earn. I don't know what they earn. I never want to talk about it.
Okay.
I get so funny around money that I can't actually believe I'm here.
Well, we did know that, and so it's lovely to introduce Mr. and Mrs. Lambert. Can you bring them through? No, we won't. We won't.
I'd love to know what they earn. It'd be good to finally know.
Did you have a sense growing up of like, are we well off? Are we not well off? How are we getting on here? Or was it just never spoken about?
One, it was never spoken about. It was only recently that my mum actually called me up, and it was it was September the 15th. She called me. And I said, oh, today's the anniversary of the day you dropped me at university. Like, do you remember that? And then she said, oh, I didn't realise it was today, but I was thinking about it just today. She said, I felt so bad. We dropped you there. We had no money to give you. And you were going off to like live on your own for the first time. And I was like, you didn't have any money? She's like, no, we didn't. And I was like, I didn't know. I'm very unaware of everything going on around me. So I didn't pick up on that at all. However, my mum worked for American Airlines. So we used to go to America on holiday for, I think, free or very cheap. So it was always very confusing to know where are we here? Because I don't think you could say we really struggled and then we're going to Disneyland again this year. So it was very confusing. Does that make sense?
It does make perfect sense.
Yeah, so I never knew. I mean, I'm from Slough. Maybe that answers it for people. But there's people well off in Slough.
Of course.
Maybe. Jerry Halliwell used to live around the corner.
Did she really?
Very much around the corner, just we weren't neighbours.
Yeah, it was a really big corner.
yeah. You had to drive for quite a bit as well to get
It was like
there.
a 3-hour corner.
It was a corner. There's only one turn in from our street to hers.
Yeah.
And you were there?
She was still 90 degrees away from you. It's a corner.
Yeah, thank you.
Before we dig into your receipts, I want to know about the very first thing that you remember saving up for.
Well, I can say I remember the first thing I ever bought with my first ever paycheck.
Yeah.
Would that come?
Well,
with
I think so. You know, that's if that isn't saving up for something, I don't know what it is.
That's true. It was a cheese toastie maker.
Oh, mate, now you're talking my language.
I got my first job. I was at Legoland, and my friend Luke, who lived down the street, they always had one. I always asked for one, never got one. So as soon as I started earning money, I thought, you know what, things are going to change around here. We need a cheese and ham toastie maker.
Are they still about? Because I haven't seen one for a long time. I feel like they've been usurped perhaps by the air fryer. It's stolen
the air fryer's
some
probably
of
done quite a bit of work. Have you seen the bags you can buy now? You can just slot the sandwich in a bag and put it in the toaster.
No, I haven't.
And it's a reusable, it almost looks like it would be paper, but it's not because it doesn't burn. But you put it in there, toast it, and come out, and but you don't get that crisp around the edge.
That's what you want. I want it to be sealed. I want it to be a pocket.
The pocket is the word there.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. So
because also then you get it retains heat like nothing else.
Like nothing else.
It's like biting into it and molten lava erupts from within.
Yeah, mature cheddar lava.
That's right.
But God, that's good. And you want the burnt bit around the outside.
Absolutely, yeah.
Because it sort of makes these triangles, and the triangles have a border. And you get to nibble the border while you're waiting for whatever's inside to cool down.
For 3 hours.
For 3 hours. Oh God, that's good. We're gonna have to see if they are around because I think we should buy them.
I'm sure they do. I remember as a kid getting the Argos catalogue, which felt like the greatest thing ever. It's like a cave of wonders, and the toastie maker was one of the most desired objects, and we did get one year.
Yeah,
and my God, we ate a lot of toasties.
So when you said 1 year, was it like Christmas or?
It would have been around Christmas. Yeah.
What did you do? Did one of the children get this as a present?
Well, I was one of the children.
You were one of the children.
I think my sister got it as a present. Yeah.
Who gets that? What do the parents do with it?
Well, no, I think it's almost a gift for the family, really.
It is, isn't it? I feel a bit bad.
Give
for
a man
your
a
sister.
fish.
I feel bad. I was wondering which child got fobbed that present. Which is sort of a family one. It's sort of like giving somebody a kettle.
That's right.
We are sort of all using that, though, aren't we?
And you get an electric sander. There you go, mate. Very handy. All right, I'm ready to look at your receipts now, Jake. And the first thing I'm going to ask is for the very last thing that you bought. It doesn't have to be exciting. It doesn't have to be glamorous. You just have to be honest with me.
Yeah, I'm glad about that because I wasn't sure if I go to what it actually was or if I bypass food and go to like a thing that I purchased. But it was just giant chocolate buttons.
I know exactly the ones you mean.
Yeah.
They are from a retailer. And that retailer has an association with a caterpillar.
I love that you know that because they're the other type of giant buttons, but then there are the giant buttons.
Oh, the other ones pale in comparison.
There's nothing giant about them.
Exactly. They're just, if anything, they're just a slightly larger button.
Have you noticed how hard it is to find these giant buttons now? And in fact, yesterday I had to buy the orange chocolate flavoured ones because the original ones are very hard to find. I feel like everybody's suddenly become very aware of these.
I think people are buying them as an investment. Yeah, when when the economy's hard, the price of gold and the scarcity of a giant button.
Oh, they are
the two things
so
you can track.
good. And then when you double up, because they've got the slight roundness over one and flat the other, so when you could double them up and put them, dip them in the tea. So I need to finish one of these sentences. Dip them in the tea, put them in your mouth.
And then
it's lovely.
What I'm hearing is a love for a food that can make a pocket.
Yeah.
Because
I do like pouches of food.
Yeah, because what is two buttons sandwiched together if not a chocolate, cheese and a ham toastie?
Cheese and chocolate together is a thing people do. And you can actually buy it when there's a ready-made thing that comes with crackers, cheese and the chocolate, and you can build it yourself. I don't know what the cheese is they use, and I'm trying to find it so I can actually do chocolate, cheese, chocolate. But I don't know what the right cheese that goes with chocolate is, but there is a one.
Right, okay.
Yeah.
I think it's probably incredibly synthetic.
Yes.
I believe they call it analog cheese.
Do they?
Yeah.
Right.
Well,
what
I only know that
digital cheese be?
Well, this was my question.
Yeah. Similar.
Because analog cheese, I once saw it on a very, very cheap frozen pizza that I bought, and I was like, what do they mean by that? And I had to, at the time, I went on a deep dive, and I just think it implies the existence of a digital cheese.
Yeah, but which it does. But how does it become analog? And what is non-analog cheese? Because analog in any other time suggests quite pure.
Yeah, like it does, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It suggests like, oh, this is how we found it.
Yeah,
and no one just finds cheese.
Yeah,
it must be churned.
That's very true. Wow, that sort of sounded like it was deeper than it actually was.
No, it was deep.
It was deep.
It was deep. When you watch it back, maybe it'll connect.
It will all make sense.
Second time round, yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, giant chocolate buns. I mean, are you a man who adores chocolate?
So much so that I have rules, and the rules are I can only have chocolate on a Sunday and a Wednesday.
Okay, that seems quite arbitrary.
Go on.
Well, why not a Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, or Saturday?
Because I went out for lunch once in Kingston, and I was on a Monday, and I had a chocolate brownie afterwards, and I just thought to myself, what am I doing? There's got to be some sort of rules in place here. This is chaos. So I came up with a rule.
I like that. A single chocolate brownie.
Yeah.
This is chaos.
Yeah, I thought that. And also, because I'm a stand-up comedian, you travel a lot, you're all over the place, your day's different every time. There needs to be some rules.
Okay, some structure in an unstructured life.
Exactly. And mine is Wednesday, Sunday is my chocolate treat days, hence when I go to M&S. Oh, when I go to somewhere and buy the buttons.
Is it always chocolate buns on the Wednesday and the Sunday? Is it always the buttons?
It has been on a Sunday a lot. Actually, yesterday was the buttons and also some chocolate in the shape of a star, mini stars.
Yeah,
I think that's
okay.
There's enough work there. But no, it changes. Sometimes it's a chocolate spread on and not the one you're thinking of on toast.
Not the one you think of. It's like Darren Brown. That was the one I was thinking of. I was a chocoholic for most of my life.
Really?
And it was sort of the one thing that brought me joy. I don't drink. I've never done anything naughty or illegal.
Yeah.
Chocolate was my go-to.
Yeah.
And then I got a dairy intolerance.
Oh.
I did a blood test, and it came back with like alarm bells ringing around dairy. And I thought, well, maybe that's why I always feel a little bit off.
Your one vice.
Yeah. It's been taken from me now, yeah.
So what, dark chocolate, can you have that?
You have to have dark chocolate, but there's none of the joy. It's just like scratching an itch.
Yeah.
But there's no pleasure attached to it.
Can you get the dark chocolate buttons? Do they do them in the dark?
They don't do giant dark chocolate buns, but in a way I don't think that there's a demand for it because it's too rich. I actually want a smaller.
Yeah, you want a
give me a miniature,
amount.
give me a smaller button.
Yeah, I'm so sorry about that. And if I'd known, I wouldn't have talked so passionately about chocolate.
Well, yeah, it's quite triggering for me.
And cheese, sorry.
Yeah, it's true, actually.
Blimey.
Oh, no, it's the first time I've thought about analog cheese in years. Talk to me about other things that you put in your life for structure, because I guess as a sort of freelance person whose day looks different every single day, apart from a Sunday and a Wednesday, what else have you put in place to give you that sense of grounding?
Breakfast.
Yeah. I don't think you've invented that. I just want to clarify.
Breakfast. This is gonna blow your mind. But no, breakfast is. Oh, I did hear the other day. You know, the breakfast, the most important meal of the day.
Well, I think that might be a myth. I think you might be marketed at.
Yeah. It was in America. They had too much. I think bran they were trying to get rid of.
Sure.
So they just said, put cereal out there and just say that it's the most important meal and everyone will have it. I think that's what it was.
And we've all fallen. Big cereal have got us again.
Yeah. I mean, cereal's great, isn't it? I had to, at my worst, I was on 4 bowls a day. This is when back when I was living in chaos. Now, I haven't had a bowl for ages.
4 bowls a day? What are the timings of these bowls?
2 in the morning, 2 in the evening.
Okay.
And what it would be was, the gig had gone well, celebrate with some cereal. The gig had gone badly, have some cereal.
Yeah.
That gig was a bit here and all there. I might have a bowl of cereal.
And what was was it always the same? Was it 4 distinct bowls?
It was 4 bowls in one. 4. Each one had about 4 or 5 different cereals in each bowl as well.
What, you were
I would
you were
mix.
like a smorgasbord of cereal.
Exactly what it was.
Like a little bit from that variety pack, a little bit from that one.
But I'd have the full size packs, of
course.
so you can mix as much as you want. It'd usually start with some sort of heavily fiber based one at the bottom.
Yeah.
I'm trying to not. I don't know what the brand deals we've got lined up here.
I'm enjoying you trying to describe
think that's
the
more
cereal
fun.
without naming the cereal. I can't work that one out.
Can you not?
No.
Like a rusk of all the rusks themselves.
Yeah.
Which I won't name the brand. But rusks. Do you remember them when you were a baby?
Well, no,
Anne doesn't
because
have
I was a baby, but I'm aware of them.
Yeah. I was still having them as an adult, and it would be like a fiber wheat based Bic.
That was kind of shredded, or
No, not shredded. More in like a Bix.
okay,
If a Bix-
yeah, more in a Bix. Yeah, okay, yeah.
I've done
I
as
got
much
you.
work as I can
got
do
you.
that. A Bix of wheat.
Yeah, yeah, great. I've got you.
A Bix of wheat, and then there would be some rusk. There would be there would be a frosted flake.
Yeah,
There would be some cinnamonness and some I would say like a cocoa based little bit of
ricey thing.
ricey thing. Yeah,
Gotcha.
Yeah, that was a
I mean,
great
this
one.
sounds like a right mess. I'm glad. I'm sort of glad you've gotten out of that phase of your life.
Yeah, you can see why I had to put some rules into place.
An intervention needed to happen.
Yeah, and luckily I did it to myself, which I think is the best kind.
Yeah.
And now it's just I have 2 boiled eggs every morning and an apple.
Oh, that's much more boring.
But the
isn't
apple
it?
I cut up. I bite into the apple. It's a bit more sensible.
Bit more sensible.
But when
yeah.
I was younger, I used to like jam donuts, and I never ate them with my hands. Even when I was like 6, 7, I would do. I just realised 6, 7's like an internet thing. We used to do that. I've just done
6,
that.
7, yes. That's for the young boys watching
ones.
who want to confuse us old people.
Yeah, 6, 7.
6, 7. There it is.
I would cut up with a knife and fork.
Really?
Yeah.
It's a classy guy.
Yeah.
classy
Thank
guy.
you. Napkin tucked into the t-shirt.
Now, obviously, we're having a lovely chat on a podcast, but when you're not chatting on a podcast, you like to chat on a podcast. Tell me about the podcast that you chat on.
Is this asking about my own little project?
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
That's very nice. I've started a show called Sip Happens. Is this what you want to know about?
Yeah.
That's so nice. It's called Sip Happens, and it's on YouTube, and it's people come on and talk about something that is their cup of tea and something that isn't their cup of tea while we have a cup of tea.
Lovely.
The idea was the amount of times I make a cup of tea at home and then end up just scrolling and going, I don't know what to watch here. I just thought you just chuck that on. And we've got nice guests coming on. I'd like to have you on. Would you like to come
I would
on?
love to come on. I like a cup of tea.
Yeah, I thought you would. We're
Yeah.
so similar. I think,
But I didn't have a cup of tea until I was 30.
we have to delve into that.
Yeah.
On the show. Let's save it for
Yeah,
my
save it
show.
then,
That'll get
save
them
it
over
then.
to this one.
Yeah,
You've
yeah.
had your money chat. Now we come over for that. Wow. That exclusive. But I just come. I film it at my house. It's nice and hopefully wholesome.
Yeah.
We have a chat. What is your cup of tea? What isn't your cup of tea? And we've got Jack D's coming on. We've got just had Tom Allen on. We've got Vogue Williams coming on. We've got nice people coming on. Any of them
Great.
coming on here?
Don't know yet. You're the first one. I'm not involved in the booking,
Okay.
but we'd gladly have any of them.
Yeah, do. I'll put in a good word.
Yeah, please do. Presumably, you had to, when you were thinking about this project, you had to think yourself what your answers would be.
Yeah.
I'm intrigued to know what is and isn't your cup of tea.
Oh, yeah. Do you know what? I hadn't thought about that.
Well, now, listen, I'm helping you out here because this is not the first time you're going to be asked.
Yeah. So what's tough is now, where do you think I should put cereal? It very much is my cup of tea, but I don't have any more.
Yeah.
But I would say it is.
Yeah.
So it is the cereal.
Cereal is your cup of tea.
Really is my cup of tea.
Yes.
Really is.
Really is. I don't think I've ever met anyone who speaks as passionately about cereal as you. And I've met the
really
fella
do.
off the Quaker Oats box. He loves it.
I go, cereal really is my cup of tea. What isn't my cup of tea? I would say, I'm really thinking now, deep down, what is it? Because what I tried to say is, something that is should be something that's sort of a guilty pleasure of yours. Something that isn't is maybe things that people like that you just can't get into.
Can't engage with, yeah.
In which case, I'd probably say, it might be quite specific. Like Lord of the Rings.
Oh, mate, I'm with you. Dreadful.
I don't understand what's
I
happening.
don't get it. I don't get it.
I remember sitting with my friends when we were at school watching it and going, I don't understand what's happening here.
I've never met anyone else that doesn't like it.
Here we go.
I absolutely loathed every part of it. Yeah. And I thought, I got to the end of the first movie and I was like, come on, get a better editor. We could shave an hour out of this, right, and it would lose,
at that young age,
it would lose nothing.
Yeah.
One of the formative experiences as a young man that I had was I was in a house share, and my housemates, who are my very best friends, had some other friends over. And one of them suggested, why don't we watch all 3 of the Lord of the Rings movies back to back? And I was in an actual red mist rage at the suggestion.
Yes. This sort of thing of just, we're going to lounge out, get pizzas, and go, so what, just not talk for 9 hours?
9 hours, yeah. And that's if you've not got any of the DVD extras on, which they wanted to watch. I once had to go and see The Hobbit for work because I was interviewing someone from The Hobbit.
Yeah.
And when you go to these things, they sort of take your phone from you because they don't want you to, record anything. And they make you sign like a bit of paper that says, I won't talk about the movie or whatever. And it's also just a way that they know you've watched it so that when you come to the interview, you can say, the scene with the dwarf or whatever.
Yeah.
But I couldn't bear it. And I was like, I'm going to have to leave. So I had to invent an emergency and a reason that I would need to get access to my phone. And actually, now I'm thinking about it. I'm thinking about the excuse I gave, and it wouldn't have made any sense.
Maybe I had my
phone on me. I basically had to say, I'm so sorry, I've got to leave. My girlfriend's locked herself out of our house, and I'm the only one with keys. I have to go back home.
Right.
And 15 minutes into the movie, I had to get out of there.
This is incredible because I was thinking when you couldn't have your phone, I was thinking, how do you fake receiving? Do you just say, I've just had a premonition? But how do you do that?
The spirits have contacted me, and my wife's locked outside the house.
I love that. I used the girlfriend being locked out the house excuse once when I was gigging with somebody and they wanted a lift home. Now, a bit like you, I think, after the party, I just like my own company. I wanted to be in the car on my way home, going back from Portsmouth to London where I lived. So they said, can I get a lift back afterwards? And I said, I can't. I'm actually going to Maidenhead because I'm staying at my parents tonight, which was a lie. And then just as they were about to go on, they said, by the way, I've just looked and I can get a train from Maidenhead. So if you wait for me, we could jump in together.
Oh, no.
So I am thinking, well, now I might have to I can't just drive to Maidenhead because that's so out of my way.
This is horrendous.
Just to get home. And so when they were on, I was thinking, I'm just going to pretend my girlfriend is locked out of that. So I just, when they came back on, I went, great news. My girlfriend called. She's locked out. But then on the way back, I'm having to continue this lie. She's like, oh, so she's waiting outside. Yeah, it was like pouring down with rain. And I'm just like, yeah, she's not any neighbours she could go to. I'm sure she's thought of a pub, but she's going to go and stuff. I'm just thinking, it's like not even happening. It's like there's nothing exists. It's not real. She's out. And I was so worried she was going to call me at some point. I'd have to answer it and go, oh my God, the panic, the lies. But, the things we would do to get out of these things.
Yeah.
And I don't blame you.
Hey, thanks very much. So, yes, I never saw the end of...
Did you have to do the interview?
Yeah, it was fine.
Brilliant.
It was fine.
Brilliant.
How was the movie? I loved it.
Bro.
I loved it. Let's talk about the first 15 minutes.
Really?
Absolutely brilliant. Yeah. I don't want to ruin the ending for people, so let's just talk specifically about minutes 0 to 15.
2 hours and 45 minutes.
Yeah. Let's talk more about your spending now.
Please.
The next receipt I want from you is something that you really wish you hadn't spent money on, a regretful purchase.
Yeah, I was thinking about this, and the one I can really think of is, to be honest, I have a cat, and it's any time I've spent money on him.
I thought you were going to say the cat in general.
It was just him.
Yeah.
What a nightmare that's been. He was, he no money exchanged hands for him. Just to be clear, in case he's watching or anybody's judging.
Sorry, how did you come to acquire the cat?
It was a gift.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But I was sort of...
That's a very bold gift for someone to give.
I'd made it clear that I wanted.
Oh, okay, fine.
Yeah. It was basically, you're supposed to neuter and spay cats.
Yes. Generally speaking, a medical professional does it, but I hear what you're saying.
Oh yeah, don't do it yourself.
Yeah.
That's I'm no way condoning that. Or condemn it. What's the good? I'm not condoning it. I am condemning it.
That's
Is that
right.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Two words are too close together.
That's so interesting because I can never remember what condone means.
Yeah.
And I don't know if it means that I agree with it or I disagree with it.
The words are so similar.
So
Condone,
similar, yeah.
condemn. I was like, I think we need to come up with a new one that's very different, rather than the middle syllable being slightly different.
The other one of those that is the same for me, the word opaque.
Right.
Because it's
that when something's not clear?
No, it's when it is. It's when you can't see through it.
You can't see through it.
Transparent, you can see through, but opaque means you can't see through.
Yeah.
I don't like it.
I often think that when people say something's crystal clear, and whenever I've seen crystals, I've never gone, I can see straight through that. It's quite famously, the light goes all over the place.
Yeah, what are they if not a collection of prisms?
Yeah. That makes no sense.
Yeah.
Look at us.
I'm here with you.
We're like Jerry Seinfeld.
Like Susie Dent.
We sort of went at different angles
We
there.
did. I think of her as the British Seinfeld. So go on. So purchases for your cat. So you're meant to get them spayed or neutered. That's
what you're supposed to do. Basically, somebody didn't. They had cats. And I said, well, I've always wanted a cat. And they gifted me Richard Parker, my cat. But what happens with the cat is you buy them gifts, you buy them. I bought him beds that I thought it'd be so cute if he sleeps on that. And then he sleeps absolutely everywhere except the bed that I bought him. Everywhere. At one point, I went back to a house party, and it was fancy dress. Somebody came dressed as, the sort of the big weird things that are outside car garages that sort of the air blows through them and their hands go up in the air.
Yeah. Well, I don't know what they're called, but yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Do they ever bother naming them?
I'm sure they've got a name.
When you're at university or like when you live on your own and you have the first sort of laundry basket you buy is that sort of material one.
Yes.
With the slit at the top.
Of course.
I think she made one of them, put holes in it for arms, and then that was her head, basically. And there's a hole in it where she could see through. And she coloured it red and came as one of them. Anyway, they got left in the corner of the living room. And he would go through the mouth, and that was his bed. That for ages he decided that's where I want to be.
Oh.
I even then took the bed that I had bought him, this sort of round material thing, put it at the bottom of it, thinking I'll just trick him, and then he never went anywhere near it again. So any time I've spent any money on him, thinking he's going to love that, and he just deliberately doesn't show any interest. And what I realise you have to do now is put it down somewhere and make it seem like he's discovered it and he's found it and he's gone, I've got one up on you now. This is now mine. But if I go, this is for you, look at this, and try and put him on it, he'll never go anywhere near it ever again. So it's like some bed thing that I just thought, that'd be so cute. And he never touched.
Okay, so basically you need to use reverse psychology on a cat.
Yeah.
Say, hey, this is not for you.
Exactly that.
And then they'll go for it.
Exactly, that's what you need to do. Nope, like that.
I think there'll be some cats that cotton on to the double bluff.
He would.
Yeah.
He's very smart. So yeah, did you like my cat voice then, by the way? That's exactly what I do. I've learned, it's a little tip, a trick for people, never use the animals' names if you're telling them off, because you want them to be associated with the name with a good thing. So if you call them, they'll come. If they hear their name when you're telling them off, they don't know what you're on about.
So do you have to use a different telling off name?
I just...
just a yeah, okay.
That.
Yeah.
And then Richard Parker. And then he's like, oh, I like that rhythm. I like that name.
Do you always use first name, last name?
Always both.
And so how long did you realise then, how long did it take you to realise that this was an error? And what happened to the bed eventually? I
still have it. It still just sits in the corner of the living room. Thinking one day he might forget that I ever bought it for him and he'll go and decide it's his.
Right.
I bought new armchairs that he has got one armchair that he just loves, and it's just become his. It's just his. No one else has ever sat on it. It's just his because I got it, put it in the corner, never got to sit on it. He always did, and that's it. It's his now. This one bed remains.
He doesn't want the bed.
He doesn't want the bed.
Sophisticated guy. He wants an armchair, some slippers.
You know the blindness in familiarity that I will go home now, and it's only now I mention it, I realise I've looked at that bed every day for the last 2 or 3 years and just got so used to seeing it there that I've actually forgot it's even there. It's just this circle in the corner of the room that he just doesn't touch. Nobody uses it.
Is it time to get rid of the bed?
Is that what I should do?
I think it might be
defeat.
I think you're fighting a losing battle there.
It's like he knows. It's like we still both know this is going on. Maybe, but that's the regret. Anytime, because ultimately they just want a cardboard box.
Yeah.
They just want a box.
Before we get on to your final purchase,
Yeah.
I want to talk to you about some interaction we've had.
What, is it me and you?
Not interaction we've had.
Right, okay.
No, just some interaction that we, as in the royal we of the podcast, have had.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I didn't like that bit a minute ago where you thought you were going to burp and then couldn't.
Could you not undermine me?
Yeah. Whatever. Just a halfway review of your performance, and I've got to say, I think there's a couple of areas where you could improve as an interviewee. No, of course I'm not going to talk about our interaction. It's some stuff that's coming from a listener.
This is episode 1.
I don't know how they've acquired this. I don't know how they've done it. It's best not to ask questions. It's a wild story sent in by someone called Stephen.
Stephen, just in case you create a podcast, I've got a story for you.
Yeah. I think the podcast was created because we received this email from Stephen.
What do we do?
We'll do something with it, yeah. Stephen says,
Yeah.
I don't know what he sounds like, so I'm just going to do it in my voice.
Okay, yeah.
He says, I got drunk and I bought a treadmill for my dog after watching one too many fitness influencer reels. I pictured us side by side, me running on mine while she trotted happily on hers, a wholesome, motivational montage. In reality, she lasted about 12 seconds. That's more than I would have bet money on. Before panicking, leaping off and hiding behind the sofa. I tried to lure her back on with treats. Quite hard with the treadmill because they'll just go off, won't they?
Yeah.
Or you'll get a bit of ham stuck in the machine. But she looked at me like I'd betrayed her. I mean, it's a bold purchase, that, isn't it?
He's doing all right for himself.
2 treadmills.
Just drunkenly buying 2 treadmills. It's a big purchase. I think just take your dog for a walk. I think legally, you should just take your dog outside for a walk. Do you know in Dubai they have indoor dog parks because it's too hot for the paws?
Right.
So they've got these big parks inside. It's nice.
Wow.
Nice. A bit dystopian, but nice.
Yeah.
I was telling someone about it earlier and she said it was dystopian. I thought, it's exactly that. I'm going to use that on the podcast now. Here I am.
And you're not wrong.
I'm not wrong.
It is. But
And
you know
neither was
what?
she.
I would rather that those dogs had comfortable little paws inside than hot paws outside. That is a hill I'll die on.
You're a good person, aren't you?
Hey, thanks, man.
I mean, I'm against owning your own treadmill anyway.
Really?
Yeah.
I
don't think they're ever going to be as good as the one that you can just get at the gym for cheaper.
No, that's true.
Spread the cost out.
But you just have to go to the gym. You have to actually go to a gym.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
There's a sort of hassle attached to that, isn't there?
Yeah, but just go to the park with your dog.
Yeah.
I mean, because ultimately your dog's going to need to go to the toilet at some point. You don't want that on a treadmill.
100%.
It's worse than the ham.
Exactly. Imagine, the two of them coagulating.
Yeah. What came first? Well, you know, I guess it would be the ham.
It would be the ham.
You'd find the ham. Then a few days later, you'd find the results of the ham.
Yeah.
Is that where we thought this was going to go?
I don't know. But listen, we're not in charge of. I guess we are in charge of that because we could have gone a different
How many podcasts do
direction.
you think Steve sent that story to?
I think Stephen has been desperate to get that story out to every podcast. And Stephen, I'm pleased to say we've done it.
Stephen, we read your email.
Stephen, I should say thank you to Stephen for sending that email through. And I think we should encourage more emails.
Oh, yeah, please do.
Of your spending.
Yeah.
Don't feel obligated. You don't have to be obligated to encourage it. That's very much my job.
I am
here.
because of how negative I was about Stephen. So,
okay.
Stephen, that's great. And it's cool that even when you're drunk, you're thinking of your dog as well. You could just thought of yourself and you wanted to bond despite the weather. It doesn't always work out. And I'm the same. I bought things for my cat and it didn't work out. So I'm with you on this one. Is that a more professional answer?
That's a really lovely answer. If you would like to get involved in the show and send us an email about your weird, wonderful and wild spending habits, then please send an email to spent@seriouslypopular.com. You know how to use the internet, so use it. Let's talk about your ridiculous purchase then.
Yeah.
What receipt is this one? Over the top, silly, just plain unnecessary.
Now, I don't know where to frame this one, but basically, we might have learned this. You might have picked up on this. I've been told a lot. I'm quite particular. I'm quite fussy. I like what I like. I went on a holiday and I was in Greece and it looked like it was going to be so lovely and idyllic and remote. It was definitely remote, too remote. It was idyllic, but they'd sort of slightly played around with how the beach looked, I think, on using the internet. I think they'd faked that a bit.
Right, okay.
I basically went there and I wasn't happy. And I just knew I wouldn't. I tried for about 24 hours just to relax there. And you know when you just know it's not right.
Yeah.
And it's the only time I've ever done this. And I booked another holiday off the back of that holiday and went on another holiday.
So hang on the same island?
On the same island.
So you just you basically moved hotels?
To the other side of an island. We'd hired a car. I'd been to another Greek island the year before and loved it. I was actually looking at the ferry. I was going to put my car that I'd rented on the ferry. I thought they'd never know. You don't lose the mileage because I'm not driving there. I'm on the ferry. I was going to go back to the old resort. Then I realised I might as well just stay on the island I'm on. And it was a big enough island I knew I could get away with it. And I wasn't going to go back to that part.
Who were you worried that you might run into?
The owners of the hotel the first place. Which, similar to you with your Lord of the Rings fake emergency, I might have faked an emergency that I had to go home.
Right.
Because I didn't want to hurt their feelings.
What was the fake emergency?
It was just an emergency. What was it? I said basically due to unforeseen circumstances.
Right.
I have to leave. The unforeseen circumstances were I hadn't foreseen that I would hate this hotel
Yeah.
as I do. And now I have to leave. So but I didn't have to kill off any relative, any fake relative, any friend. Nobody died.
Kept it vague.
Just so vague. Unforeseen circumstances, I have to leave. I did exactly that. Sent the email. Very, I'd say, cowardly. Packed up the car without anybody seeing and drove off very quickly. Then had a lovely holiday, can I say?
Were you with anyone?
Yeah.
And
they were understanding. They were understanding. I understand that some people could go, that's unacceptable. However, they knew me well enough to know I probably just do what he says.
Yeah.
I was just like, I'm not happy. It was just the vibe also, the energy was off. Something was wrong. And I thought, if we end up dead here, we'll have nobody to blame but ourselves. The place was lovely, by the way. We were never going to... I don't think I was going to get murdered.
It was just a Photoshop beach.
It's a Photoshop beach. I didn't like it. The water was too choppy that side of the island as well. I'm scared of the ocean as it is.
Right.
Went to another side of the island in a lovely family-run place. Family-run. We stayed in. There were people who used to shepherd goats or something across the island, and they would stay in these sort of indoor... they called them sort of igloos they'd made that were all white outside and in to keep it nice and cool for them in the heat. And it was an amazing little place. So we stayed in one of them. The family that ran it were lovely. It was like the mum worked on reception, the dad oversaw the restaurant, their two daughters worked there, the cousins everyone was so lovely. It was just, we made the right choice.
Yeah.
But I did purchase another holiday whilst on holiday.
And did you didn't try and get any of the money from the original holiday back?
I did. I just thought, I felt bad. I felt so bad. And their email back was so nice. It was so nice.
Wow.
I feel bad.
I think I would have been stressed out on the second holiday at the financial fallout of having done that.
Yeah, I know. I'm deeply ashamed, but I had a lovely holiday.
We've come to the final part of the show, and it's our final spend. So before you came in today, Nationwide very kindly gave you £25 to spend on absolutely anything that you wanted.
Yeah.
There was one rule, though. It has to be something that you've never bought before.
My mind did first of all go to quite a lot of bags of chocolate buttons, and then I read the small print.
Yeah. So
I've never bought before.
You could have gone for a regular size button, but I think it wouldn't have been in the spirit of the challenge. So what did you do with £25? What did you buy that you've never bought before?
This made me so happy to do, can I say? A scented candle.
Okay.
Because...
Never had one.
I've had them. I've never bought myself one. and I love them.
Yeah.
But obviously you are buying something to set fire to it. I've never really understood the flower thing. Although when I have flowers at the house, I'm like, this is lovely. This is really nice. But I would never buy something like that just for the sake, because it's just like, even though, I buy, I guess milk, I do drink the milk, it doesn't just go off. But, well, a bag of spinach, all that stuff that goes off that you never actually finish. But it's something like that I buy. And if somebody says, what do you want for Christmas? Like, I don't know. I'll tell you what, a scented candle. Get me that because I really like it, but I'll never treat myself to it.
Yeah.
So I thought I'll treat myself to it.
Nice.
It's such a lovely thing to have.
We actually have your scented candle here. It's a big boy for 25 quid.
You could do well with £25. It goes a long way.
Look at that. Oh my gosh, look at that. That's absolutely beautiful.
Yeah.
Now, what flavour? This is seashells.
Flavour. Did you go flavour?
Are you not meant to eat them?
Yeah, when it melts. So
I've been doing it all wrong.
Stick a spoon into that.
I've been dunking the buttons in. Maybe that's what I'm allergic to.
Yeah.
This one is scented of seashells.
Yeah.
I can't imagine that's necessarily a scent I would want, but that's what we've gone for. Would you like to have a sniff?
Yeah, I like the pureness of the whites. And let's have a... It's just, I think it just smells clean. It smells like a clean house.
Oh, I do quite like that,
Isn't it? Yeah.
That's very nice.
It's quite vague with the seashells. I feel like they've got away with it by going, what if we put something on there that no one's ever actually thought of the smell of?
Yeah.
And then it can smell of anything. You can't go, this doesn't smell of seashells. If it said mango and you went, that's not mango, you'd have every right to argue it.
Yeah.
If they put something like that on it, you can
Seashells.
go, well...
What can you do about that? And of course, of all the senses, you're going to prioritise the ear with the seashell, just to see if you can hear the sea.
Yes.
No one's taking a seashell straight to the nose.
Yes. Lovely. And then you could probably sell that very well at the seashore.
Yeah, you could actually. This one is not your one. This is one that we're going to add to our collection of...
You're going to add it up there?
bits and
That's
bobs.
nice. That's
Yeah.
so nice.
So-
don't put it too close to the rope. That does feel like a disaster waiting to happen. Don't light it up there.
Yeah, if this podcast burns to the ground, we'll be coming straight to you.
It'll be me or Stephen.
That's right, yeah. We're going to ask you to sign it if that's all right, and we'll put it up there as a sort of memento of the time we've spent together. And whenever I am missing you, Jake, I can just sniff it.
That's so nice. How do you sign a candle? What happens there?
Now, that is a great philosophical question. It's one that plagued theologians for years. How do you sign a candle? I don't know. We'll figure it out. I reckon the glass bit.
Okay,
rather
yeah.
than the wax.
Oh, yeah. Now you've said it. I see.
I think pen on wax would be bold. So I think we'll go on glass. That's a really lovely purchase, by the way, for yourself, and I hope it brings you. I hope it brings you joy.
It will.
I also love a scented candle.
It's so nice.
It's so nice. Are you a bath guy?
No, I can't do baths. I get there and go, what am I supposed to do now? I can't. So what I do is have a shower, put on very comfortable clothes, and then relax.
Right.
I'm
okay.
more that.
Okay.
Yeah. I've just found the perfect tracksuit bottoms. I've been trying for ages. Jogging bottoms that you put on and you sort of go, it feels like I'm not wearing anything.
Yeah.
But I am. And a hoodie on the sofa and just like chocolate buttons, cup of tea. That's not like I was smoking, but it's chocolate buttons. Chocolate buttons, cup of tea, scented candle.
Oh, lovely. Jake, it's been an absolute joy having you on. I feel like I could have spoken to you for days. Maybe I'll just come home with you, I'll find some comfy trousers, and we'll keep this conversation going in our own lives. But for now, that is it for this episode of Spent, brought to you in association with Nationwide, a good way to bank. Jake, thank you again for coming on today, sharing not only your receipts, but some brilliant stories with us. And if you enjoyed the episode, make sure you follow us wherever you get your podcasts and subscribe to us on YouTube. And don't forget to keep sending us your spending confessions. Not you, Stephen. Not you, but anyone else, absolutely fine. I would love to hear them. We will be back next time with another guest and another journey through their purchasing past. We shall see you there. I really hope you are enjoying Spent. If you want to see more, then follow us wherever you get your podcasts and subscribe on YouTube. Plus, check out This Is Money on Instagram and TikTok for bonus content with our guests.